Alley was in Battle Creek, Michigan last year on the day of the impeachment. Today, the congressman from Battle Creek, Michigan, who's a Republican, serving in just his first full week in Congress, voted for impeachment, one of only 10 House Republicans to do so. So shows you again how the politics have changed here, that even from that part of Michigan, the congressman felt compelled to vote against his president.
It's an excellent point. And Nancy Cordes, the backdrop too of corporate America, sending the message that they are withholding contributions. How much has that influenced what we saw on Capitol Hill today?
Well, it is certainly weighing on Republican members, some of whom talked about it today on the House floor, who argued that they felt that they were being silenced for their views. But there is no question that there is a concern that a growing list of big name companies from Hallmark to American Express are basically wrapping a lot of these lawmakers on the knuckles, those who, and it was more than half of all House Republicans, who voted to contest the results of the November elections, even as they stood by the results of their own elections. Now, that clearly didn't scare Republicans enough to lead them to vote en masse for impeachment today. No company has suggested that anyone who votes against impeachment is going to lose that funding. But the big question for a lot of Republicans right now is these pauses that we've seen from so many companies in giving. Remember, they haven't cut off the funding entirely. They're just saying they're pausing it for now. So the big question is, how long is that pause going to last? If it's 6 or 9 months, Republicans can recover from that. If it is a longer pause, that could be problematic for the midterm elections.
And there we see the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, walking through Statuary Hall. We understand that she will make an address shortly, and she's going to actually use the lectern that was looted by that Florida man. You may have seen that man holding it and posing for the cameras. That man has since been arrested for defaming federal property, among other charges. The podium has been recovered, and we're told that Speaker Pelosi will speak from that shortly. It should be noted, too, the article of impeachment that has been affirmed by the House, 10 Republicans joining Democrats, charges President Trump with willfully inciting violence against the government of the United States. Another story we are following today is not only the security surrounding the U.S. Capitol, but our nation's capital leading up to the inauguration of Joe Biden. But we are also following reports and charges today that there may have been some members of Congress that helped those violent rioters who carried out the violence on Capitol Hill. That is part of the story that we are still investigating. Our impeachment coverage continues on our 24-hour streaming network, CBSN. You can watch it at cbsnews.com or on our CBS News app. There's going to be more on your local news on this CBS station. We're going to have a full wrap-up tonight on the CBS Evening News. This has been a CBS News special report. Thank you for joining us. I'm Nora O'Donnell, CBS News, Washington.